Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain, back for some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. So for these quests here, it is going to bring us into House Caneth. Now you can access here directly from the marketplace. Now the quest that we're picking up here today was going to be from Harlan to Kenneth. And that is for a quest called Power Play. Now all the quests out in Caneth, aside from the challenges of course, will all be picked up are all be done inside the House Caneth manufactory here, which is their Slayer area. This is also where you're going to run into the two raids as well that House Caneth has. So the first thing you're going to want to do is head inside here. And just deal with the first initial wave of guys. Now, we do have some journals and stuff along the way, so I will point them out. The first one actually being right here on the counter. That'll be our first explorer point. Just set up a turret there. Now our second point here is actually going to be underneath this little cart. So we gotta first pull our lever, and that'll take us down to the next floor. If we hop off, we can wait until it starts going back up, and you'll see it right there in the corner. We'll be able to hop underneath, pick it up quick, and if you're quick enough, you can actually get back up before the elevator locks you back in. If not, obviously you gotta wait until it goes back up. Now from here, just want to proceed through the door. And we got a small little group of guys, nothing major. And we have a door right here to our left. Apparently we also have a couple more guys first. So we got a door right here to our left. Inside here, at the very back, we'll have our third kind of exploration point. Once you're done, we do just want to continue down our path here. And at this point we do come across a split. Now for this quest we do need to head off to our left. Though the other quests, they would be off to the right there. Alright, so heading here, you have a little room here. Now this room here, again, has a little journal right around our corner. So that would be journal number 4. Today we had to disable the content we found. We thought we could animate them to learn more about the purpose of We've secured the constructs. From here we're gonna head north. And just deal with more of these guys. And again we got a door right here. Now this one, as you'll notice, the lever is locked. So you will have to use an open lock or pick lock or however you want. And then you can head inside. And we have a one right next to our collectible here. Now that the war is finally over, I was thinking that perhaps House Caneth will finally be able to host the war. So from there we're going to continue around our corner and into this room here. Now we're gonna start off, you're gonna see some bodies lying around. As you progress a little bit deeper, it's gonna spawn in one of two things. Either some Caneth cannons, which if you do unlock them, it is, okay, so maybe it won't do it here in the Slayer area, but in a quest, if you get the control panel, it actually brings the cannons under your control. Alright, so from here, we're just going to head around the corner. Ooh, actually, before I head around the corner, I do want to point out, yes, there is a point of interest right there. Alright, and from here, we're going to go through the door. And then our quest is going to be right here. Alright.
You know what must be done to the oppressors.
So here we go. We'll get that hireling going, just in case of.
House Kenneth Robes waves to you. I knew they'd send someone.
Alright.
She says with relief.
So this quest here, we actually have to have this person following behind us. They don't actually fight or do anything like that, but they do follow behind us, and what they're trying to do... Alright, they do fight, but they can't really die. What they do is they rush ahead and enable these power crystals. When they do, it will turn on the cannons in the area, kind of defend them. Now we do have an objective, so preventing the crystals from being destroyed. So once we activate them, enemies will try to kill them. So if there's anything around them, just watch out. Now from here, we can head off to the right. And again, same thing. If they do take too much damage, they'll kind of toss up a shield temporarily. And here we go. So from here we'll continue heading off to the east. And we're going to come into our first kind of big room. Now again, I personally like to fight them from afar. Get them as far away from our crystals as possible. It's just that much less chance that they're gonna destroy the crystals, and that way we can get that extra experience out of the quest. Alright. As well, in this room, and there's another room like it, there will be 3 levers. Each one, as you see, east access lever C, then there's going to be B, and finally A. Alright, kind of make our way down the bottom area here just to make sure there's nobody left to be murdered. So we seem clear. So we're going to start heading up. So we got our first crystal in this room. Now, as you see, we do have a few others. And a few more enemies here as well. Alright, so here's our next crystal. So while she's getting started on that, we can head down here. And up and around. Now you will notice we do have guys that can use range damage. So you do kind of want to be a little quick. obviously, so that they're not attacking those crystals. The other option, of course, would be to come to this one first and then hop down there. Now, over at our shrines over here, we're going to have another lever. So this one's now B. And then finally, we're going to head up to the very top, if I don't run off the edge. And our last lever, which is lever A, is going to be right here at the door, which will light our final light, allowing us to actually proceed through the door. Now, you do got to be careful, as there can be traps down these halls. And they'll lead right out into here. So as you can see, you can talk to them, tell them to either teleport back or to wait there, so you can kind of stop and lead her to various locations there. You also notice we do have some levers here. This is to open up the door that we've already opened. Alright, now if we were to continue proceeding off to the north, again, here's our traps. So I will just tell her to wait here a moment. And our first box is actually for past this first group there. And as you see, we also got that second group of traps there with that one. So now I'll just run back, grab our friend, and then we can continue heading north down this path here. So here she go. So the other thing you can do is, you can designate somebody to be the person who basically runs around carrying the person, and you would just keep her at the far back, and basically they would essentially just go a little bit at a time. Alright, so here we go. Now in this room, is it this one? Yeah. I like to have these little tricky guys. Alright. There we go. Let's just continue on. Now this will actually lead us towards the end of the quest. Which, as you see, we still have 6 more of these crystals that we do have to light up. And now a point of note is you definitely want to light up the ones in this room last. So I'm just going to open up the door and back up here. This room here, you actually want to light up last, because once you light up the last of the crystals, it will start the boss fight. Now the boss fight is going to be in this room here. So if you have crystals that are not in this room, you guys will actually rush up and attack them. Or rather, wait here. Your allies will, or wow, The enemies are going to start spawning into the fight and start attacking the crystal before you get here. So you do want to make sure that these are the last two that you get, so that you are in the end fight area before they start fighting that. Alright, so now that we've kind of cleared this out, there are some guys at the top here.
Don't bother trying to break your way in, says Steelthorn.
There
The
we go.
entrances to my field headquarters are
Now,
quite
from
secure.
here,
You should worry
what we're
less
going to do
about
is we're
using
actually
it
going to use Dimension
more
Door.
about me
Or actually, you
coming
know
out
what?
to get you.
Let's just head back to this path. We can head off to the side here rather than head all the way back to the start. So we do just gotta head back up and around. So there is a little bit of backtracking, as again, you want to leave that room till the end, just to ensure that you don't, well, again, this is all based on you wanting to get that extra optional experience. And, I mean, if you can, why not? Alright. So, just like before, we are going to have 3 little levers that we got to pull. Now, this one here is the West Access B, so we still need A and C. Now, this isn't that one room that we had similar to this, where it has all 3. Rather, they're kind of spread throughout. Now, the next bit here, we have this lovely electrical floor. So I'm actually going to tell them to wait here. Now the trap box for this is located right here on this wooden platform. Now most people come in through the south, or even sometimes on the west here. Heading in on the east makes it the easiest because we can just hop right around the corner, grab the trap box, and turn off the electric trap. From here, let's head down. And you'll notice that there is a chest here. Now, once you unlock and open the chest, everyone is going to get up, kind of not be too happy that you're stealing their loot. Alright, so that's our second lever. Now, as well on the bottom here, just off to the northeastern corner, or top right corner, we do have a secret door. Now this will lead to an optional. And as you can see, a whole lot of spiders. So here we go. Now this one will actually again lead us into that big end fight room, but we're just at the top rather than down on the bottom there. So that's a second way that you can actually access the end fight. But again, this path there is completely optional. Alright, so the next path that we'll take here, we'll actually head off to the east. Or sorry, the west. And we're going to head down. Now here we are going to see, ooh, a couple of these guys. Now as you notice, they are event champions. I know for you guys the event is long over. But for us it's still just day 5 of our event. Oh, over here. Alright. So you also notice we got a chest here. And that chest is actually an enemy. So we're going to have a whole bunch of guys coming in. And then this optional. Now the optional itself is, as you see, orange name, which means it can be knocked down, tripped, it can be insta-killed, and all that fun stuff. And for him, damage reduction is adamantine, as is a lot of these enemies in this area. There we go. Once he's dead, of course, we can go ahead and grab our chest. Ooh, we got ourselves a rem chest. Awesome. And here we go. Another set of shrines that we can use if needed. So this one is just that optional there. Now that we've done all that, we can head off south, which will kind of beeline around the corner here. And now we finally have our west access lever 1. That'll be our final lever here. And now our west passage is open, and again, the same thing. We're just gonna have a bunch of guys in here. And they're gonna wanna access those levers. And they're gonna wanna kinda kill our crystal once we get it going here. Now, I like doing this one from the top, as the enemies are all going to be below you. You're setting up cannons above and slowly working down. Alright, so our next one that we want to do is just going to be right around this corner here. And again, it'll set up some more cannons for us. So from here, we got another ramp heading down. Now we have a crystal right immediately here. So as we have everybody on us, we do got to be careful that they don't want to attack the crystal right away. So one thing to point out here is this room right here is the other room that will spawn in for the 3 levers. Alright. And what I mean by that is you'll have the A, B, and C levers in this room here as well. Now that that's gone, I do just want to finish the round. Another lever there. Just to make sure that there is nobody fighting our big crystal. So we're good. So now here we do have a north and a south. So let's actually start with south. That'll open up to our last power crystal that we're going to need before the end fight. Oh no. Alright, so that's all cleared to the start. So now we can head over to where Wolf is. And that'll let us proceed down this side path here. Alright. Now we can talk to the magic mouths. They really don't do much. Alright. So there we go. Now that path is all cleared. Now we can head up north. And head through our northern door here. Now it's going to get us our last crystal right in this room, just off to our right. And then we got another crystal right here. Now, the last 2 crystals that we are going to have, if you remember, they are in our final room. But before we get to that point, we do have a whole bunch of breakables. They like to put up a nice little blockade. I love this blockade. Also because I just love breaking it. And that's actually where a lot of your breakables for this quest are located in. Oh no. Alright. So once you've done that, we want to grab our bookshelf. And then head on through our door. Now, if you are wondering like how he had logged disconnected due to lag, he will be back. But for the sake of the video, we are going to push forward. But I'm not a total horrible person. If he gets back either before we've completed, awesome. But if it's back after the fact, then what we would do is I would actually just rerun this one for them to get them all caught up. So there's our first one there. And then again, our second one's going to be just over there. And as soon as we get that started, an end fight is going to start. And then it's going to start sending people from the top here. Here we go. So our random trash is going to come out of the side here. Awesome. So they were able to make it back. And as you can see, they're just, some of them are just rushing past to try and get to these breakables. Now you can also just focus on the big bad boss as quick as you can. I'm just trying to take out the extra trash just to ensure that we are able to get it. Now again, the boss here has a little bit of hit points, nothing game changing. There we go. But as you can see, it is going to just keep spawning them in. So I'm going to start just working away on the boss here. There we go. Once he dies, that is it. Quest complete. And if nobody has broken those by the time you've completed, that's where you're gonna get that extra XP. So at this point, if they've broken it after you got the completion, it really doesn't matter. Alright, so once everybody's dead, this side here has a collectible. The other side here is gonna have our end loot. And as you see, a couple of stragglers. So, now you can't get some named loot out of these quests. It's not the greatest named loot, so I definitely don't recommend re-rolling the chest. It's kind of congratulations, you got it. If not, move on. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a blast, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one, all.